Teacher preparation is one of the biggest problems facing all of education. The University of Wyoming is perfectly positioned right now to serve as a hotbed of innovation in a space that so desperately needs it. TEI has done an incredible job of bringing together the right players at the right time for the right reasons to set the gold standard in educator preparation.
The Trustees Education Initiative aims to make the University of Wyoming College of Education preeminent for P through 12 teacher preparation, resulting in high school graduates who are among the best educated in the nation.
As a state, especially right now, we're talking a lot about economic growth and economic diversity, and not one of those conversations can happen without thinking about education. And the single most important factor in ensuring a quality education is having a quality teacher in the classroom. Through the Trustees Education Initiative, we know that teachers will be learner ready on day one.
The most unique aspect of the initiative is a structured pathway that will help us recruit teachers at a much earlier time and then provide support for them throughout the process. We call it E4 because the journey includes career exploration, experiential learning, plenty of embedded practice, and on to entering the profession.
I'm especially excited about the E4 program, which is a long-term program that begins working with high school students to expose them to teacher education careers, and then works with students through 4 years of pre-service to become the best teachers possible. And once they graduate, continues working with them as novice teachers in the first couple of years to mentor them to grow into really master teachers. The Education Initiative positions us well to do this. With the 6 programs that have been approved, it truly does drive innovation at the university.
Some of the innovations implemented so far will be used from exploration through in-service teaching. Immersion is one new form of experiential learning.
Ethan, time to wake up.
What it does really well is tests your ability to stick to your classroom discipline. Your methods are going to be pushed to a limit. You're going to have to maintain control of the classroom while you're on a time constraint and have something that needs to be taught that day. The various teaching strategies that people bring to the table, you can really develop a more advanced toolkit that you can bring into a real classroom.
Another innovation we're proud to employ is the Wyoming Coaching Lab, or WYCOLA. WYCOLA allows teachers, both green and seasoned, to maximize student and teacher learning.
For me, WYCOLA has been the best professional development experience that I've had in my career.
This was a focus on becoming a mentor to a future teacher. Watching a master teacher at work, our job was to be watching the moves of that teacher.
There was a screen and there were cameras in the classroom. We would watch in a different room live. We would watch him teach live.
And observing what they were doing to elicit student thinking and questions.
We were working with things called the high leverage practices, which are tried and true good teaching practices.
We were looking for explicitly where was that happening. And if we could see it, then how do we, as mentors, show our student teachers, our teaching partners who we're coaching, how do we get them to see that as well?
One of the biggest aha moments I had while participating in WYCOLA was learning how I could make certain aspects of my teaching practice visible to whoever may come into my classroom and observe me.
Teachers need mentors, and this is how we better ourselves. And when we better ourselves as teachers, our shareholders, our children, are better. And we've not had this chance before.
The Trustees Education Initiative really creates a cycle from receiving a quality education in Wyoming to providing a quality education to the next generation.
The Wyoming Early Childhood Outreach Network will place teacher candidates in a wider range of settings, such as licensed, home-based daycare, and other early learning environments.
It's about building a network of services and providers and expertise to be able to provide best services for our young children.
Child care mentors also benefit.
Many of them desire a 4-year degree, and we can help them achieve that goal. And we need to do that because these are the educators that begin with our youngest students and prepare them to go into our K-12 system.
Another new program weaves educator ethics throughout teacher preparation.
It's really about thinking deeply about the ethical issues related to teaching. It might be about professional behaviors. It might be about ethical treatment of students, diversity issues. It might be many different things.
We need to prepare teachers who are ethical and who can go on and teach ethics education to their students.
In 2019, the college will implement reliable and cost-effective metrics to determine the impact of our 6 innovations and guide continual improvement of the programs.
Deans for Impact is thrilled that the University of Wyoming College of Education is participating in our pioneering Common Indicator System network. This one-of-a-kind effort is bringing together institutions from all over the country to work together to improve the way we prepare teachers. And we look forward to working with the University of Wyoming to ensure that every teacher in the state is well prepared and helping every student.
So it no longer becomes an initiative, it just becomes part of who we are. It's about the University of Wyoming really being on the forefront of educational practices in preparing students.
These innovations have been made possible by 2 groups that I especially would like to call out and thank. The first is the University of Wyoming Trustees, who several years ago saw the need for a program like this. The second are our donors, and I especially thank the Daniels Fund, who really believed in us and invested in us and continues to support us as we work towards innovation in teacher education.